Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everyone is well. So, this video will speak about Alif. Alif is the first letter in the Arabic alphabet. Alif forms like a straight mark of the pen. And it's a straight line. You know, in the Quran where it mentions the pen, right? And it mentions he created by the pen, or with the pen, and taught by the pen. This could be referring to Alif. In fact, from the mystical interpretation, it's referring to Alif. Alif being the first letter in the Arabic alphabet, it is thus associated with Ahad, with the oneness. When we say Ahad, right, Ahad means the oneness before creation, essentially, before multiplicity came into being. And, you know, we say that the first thing to move in the oneness, the first sort of thought or emanation or movement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was the Nur Muhammadiyah. And then this Nur Muhammadiyah shaped the 12 Imamiyah alayhi salam. And eventually Adam, or the physical universe, and all of creation itself was formed by Nur Muhammad in the 12 Imamiyah, which the 12 Imams actually represent internal cosmic principles, not just physically manifest Imam. So back to Alif. Alif thus represents this Ahad in the very beginning, even prior to Nur Muhammadiyah, and just the singularity of Allah, essentially. So the word Ahad actually begins with Alif, and so does Ibrahim, and so does Adam. You know, so a lot of words that indicate something being first actually begin with Alif. It has a bodily association. Anatomically, the Alif could be associated with the spinal cord. It forms this shape. And environmentally, Alif would be something that has the potential to create, or some sort of substance that's found throughout the ecosystem or environment. It is a fire letter. Thus, it is associated with light, fire, heat, all the things associated with nar. In the ilm al-huruf, so in the science of the letters, it would be a fire letter. And of course, sometimes it can take on different elements. Also, the staff of Musa sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the staff of Moses is associated with Alif. It's like a pole connecting Moses to the higher heavens, into the oneness or Ahad. And of course, the name Allah begins with the Alif. As you see here, we see Allah. The first letter begins with the Alif. So these are some interesting things about Alif. And when meditating upon it, you know, there's multiple ways we can meditate upon it. But oftentimes, we can think of the spinal cord. And from Alif, all of the letters come. Because it's a singular stroke, technically the Alif is found in all of the other letters. Ba, Jim, Da, Ha, Wa, Zaya, so on and so forth. Ha. So it is the first, and it also permeates all of the other letters. Thus, it is found in all of the khalaq, because the other letters represent essentially the building blocks, building elements, chemicals, angels, jinn. Literally everything is understood to come from the letters in the ilm al-huruf and esoteric sciences. The entire universe, both external and internal to our being, is the product of the letters. Alif, of course, in Gematria equals 1. And it's associated with the crown here. So the highest heaven, Masjid al-Aqsa, the seventh heaven. It is associated with the planet Saturn. And the day Saturday. And yeah, it is associated ultimately with ahad, with oneness, but these are some of the other associations. It is associated with the metal lead. And it does kind of form the shape of like a phallic shape. And ba, the letter ba, forms like a vessel. So one could easily see that ba, which is the first to separate from the ahad, from the alif, and become two. Ba is like the container which receives the alif. And then the rest of the letters come up from ba, but we'll talk about ba in another video. In this video, we're speaking about alif. So hopefully this was a good introduction to alif. Al-Haq wa An-Nur.